I have never made a mistake. I'm not lying. The only thing that I said was it has been written as a filfin, so I said a cast. Because you know what? They cast a criticism against President Donald Trump by accusing him of a power misabuse and a refusal to be cooperative by abusing his power as obstruction of justice. And he's been actually, abusing his power to promise lobbying activity on behalf of his confidential investigation. I have never made a mistake. This is a total lie. Please take a glance and listen to my original version. I have never made a mistake. I'm not lying. I have never made a mistake. Cast has many different versions. I never said the vote was done. I never said that. Please listen to it. Immediately I said accusing him of that. Since, the actual majority is present in the House, there would be possibility, very likely, to be in favor of the result favored by Democrats. Please, this case I would have never actually let you go. Because this is abuse of power. I have never actually made a mistake. Just simply I was being very faithful to the original sentence. So I said immediately cast. That's really all that I did. I never actually said that the actual election was done. I never said that. I never. Please take a glance at this one. I never said they immediately said accusing them of. And the actual, when the election is under the way, that's what has been said. Since, the election is approaching, I really actually said that. This is a really ridiculous defamation case which I could never accept in my entire life. This is ridiculous. This is just one tactic. They just actually want me to be, disadvantaged in terms of proving my, German proficiency. Because, I don't really need to think about time. To me, German's timeline is much faster and easier than English. Let me show you. It's really easy. Anything. Welcher hat die weltweite Finanzkrise hinterlassen? What type of traces had this worldwide crisis left over? Welche Lehren sind aus einer Bankpleite gezogen werden? What type of lessons from this bankruptcy are actually being made to have been actually learned from people? Wie gut sind wir für die Zukunft gewaffnet? How well are we, protected and weaponized for the future in the wake of the similar trends? Und was bleibt zu tun? And what left over? And what is actually there? What leaves in the places? What is left over? I said what is. Don't actually get that wrong. I was never been actually mistaken. I was never been late. This is really ridiculous. I feel so bad. I mean, I'm sick and tired of this type of, justification. It's not me making a justification. They're the one who just really are fucking Korean patriot who actually lie about this situation. And although I never made a mistake about it. Let me actually show you. This is a really ultimate, warning. I have never made a mistake, any timeline mistake. Let me show you. This is really easy. I don't really need to think about it. It's not must. Let me show you. This is not on and off change. It's really kind of crazy because I don't really need to think about anything. To me, reading something in German is really easy. I don't know. Wie der Vater mit einem breiten Ohr am T-Shirt sitzt und beim Essen dann Konserven kaufte. Just like, father with a Breitling watch on the table sits and purchases one's eating by conserved canned food. Das ist Deutschland, wie ich es kenne. Der Vetter bestimmte auch mitten Daimler zu Aldi. This is really Germany as I know, as it is. Which he actually runs correctly, starting from the Daimler, even up to Aldi, with this type of mindset. Just like, a father. The father with a Breitling, very expensive watch around the dish, sits down and by the meal, purchases the conserved canned food. I know it. I don't really need to think about it. I never thought about any timeline. This is really utter miserable feeling. I never thought about it's not must. You know what? Take a glance at how quickly I can make it. This is not must. This can never be done in the must way. Think about it, how quickly I can actually do it. Die Familie finde ich spannend. The family I find very tension-oriented. Eigene Hause, die Kinder in der Marktklamotte und die Sage, wir schauen, dass es immer billiger ist. Their own houses and its own children, and then cheap brand clothing. And the testimony says we actually see there, how cheap this eating already is. And that runs, in its own wrongful way between the ears. I never actually made a mistake. It's really easy. In China, the in China, the actual winning game tension is really higher, and the more explanation. These, no, not at all. I don't really need to.